Did you know that in the small fishing villages of Japan, people in their 80s still tend their gardens, ride bicycles, and laugh over long lunches? While in America, millions over 60 struggle with fatigue, memory loss, and chronic disease? I'm Thomas, and when I first heard that Japan has the highest number of people living past 100, I wanted to know why. Was it their genes, their lifestyle, or something else hiding in plain sight? After 5 years of research, scientists from Harvard and Tokyo University discovered something astonishing. It wasn't fancy supplements, expensive diets, or hours at the gym. The secret was sitting quietly on their dinner tables. 5 simple vegetables eaten every single day by Japanese elders. These humble foods nourish the heart, protect the brain, strengthen bones, and even slow the aging of cells. And yet, 90% of Americans have never heard of them. These are vegetables so ordinary that Western doctors once dismissed them as unremarkable, until new studies revealed their power to extend lifespan and restore vitality. Today, I'm going to reveal those 5 vegetables and show you how they can transform your health after 60, one bite at a time. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Daikon Radish, the cleansing root of longevity. Among the simplest foods on a Japanese table, none carries the quiet power of daikon, the long white radish that has nourished generations for centuries. It looks humble, pale, crisp, and unassuming, yet it holds secrets that modern medicine is only beginning to understand. For people over 60, this root is not merely a vegetable. It's a daily act of renewal, a way to cleanse the body gently and sustain the energy that keeps life moving forward. When eaten regularly, daikon supports one of the most essential and most overlooked systems in aging: digestion. As we grow older, our digestive enzymes naturally decline, slowing how efficiently our bodies break down fats and absorb nutrients. This can lead to fatigue, inflammation, and that heavy, sluggish feeling after meals. But daikon is rich in amylase and lipase, natural enzymes that help the stomach and liver do their jobs with ease. A 2018 Kyoto University study found that seniors who consumed daikon 5 or more times per week had 30% lower C-reactive protein, or CRP levels, a marker of chronic inflammation. The researchers concluded that daikon acts almost like a natural detoxifier, keeping the body's inner systems clear and balanced. For older adults, the beauty of daikon lies in how simple it is to prepare and how kind it is to the stomach. In Japan, it's often grated raw over fish, simmered in miso broth, or pickled lightly to awaken appetite. To experience its benefits, start with a small serving once a day, about half a cup grated or sliced thin. The best time to eat it is at lunch or dinner, when your digestive system is active. Eat it slowly, chew well, and take a few deep breaths before your first bite. That small ritual alone can steady your heart rate and prepare your body to absorb the meal. For those living in the U.S., daikon is easy to find at Asian grocery stores or local farmers markets. Choose one that feels firm, with smooth white skin. You can steam it like potatoes, roast it with olive oil and sea salt, or add it to soups for a light, refreshing taste. It pairs beautifully with salmon or chicken, or simply as a side dish to cleanse the palate. But beyond its biological effects, daikon carries a deeper message. In Japanese tradition, it symbolizes purity, not in a moral sense, but in a bodily one. the idea that health begins when the body is unburdened. A clean body gives rise to a calm mind. Each time an elder eats daikon, they're not chasing youth. They're maintaining clarity, like gently polishing a mirror so the light within can still shine through. So if you've reached 60 and you're searching for ways to feel lighter, sharper, and more alive, begin with something simple: a root that connects you back to the earth. The Japanese have trusted it for centuries, and their long lives speak for themselves. Because sometimes the secret to longevity isn't hidden in new science at all. It's growing quietly right beneath your feet. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Spinach, Horenso, the green powerhouse for the brain. In Japan, breakfast for many elders begins with something beautifully simple: a small bowl of warm miso soup with a handful of spinach floating inside. It's not fancy, not even meant to impress. Yet, this unassuming ritual has become a quiet cornerstone of Japan's extraordinary longevity. Scientists have long searched for what keeps Japanese elders mentally sharp and emotionally steady deep into their 80s and 90s. The answer they found might be growing right in their bowls. Spinach, or horenso as the Japanese call it, is far more than a leafy green. It's a brain-preserving powerhouse that nourishes both the body and the mind. After 60, the brain changes subtly but profoundly. Blood flow slows, oxidative stress increases, and our nerve cells lose their ability to communicate as quickly. Memory slips, focus drifts, and sometimes the spark of curiosity dims. Yet research shows that these changes aren't inevitable. In a 2017 Osaka University study following adults over 65, those who consumed at least one serving of leafy greens daily performed 40% better on memory and verbal fluency tests than those who didn't. The secret lies in spinach's abundance of lutein, folate, and vitamin K, nutrients that protect brain cells from aging, preserve neural connections, and even stimulate the growth of new ones. But the Japanese approach to spinach is not about quantity, it's about mindfulness. Instead of eating it raw in salads, they blanch it briefly, just long enough to release its natural sweetness while preserving its deep green vitality. For those living in the US, this method is simple to follow. Bring a pot of water to a gentle boil, add spinach for only 20 seconds, drain, and then rinse under cold water to keep its bright color. A drizzle of olive oil, a pinch of sesame seeds, or a light soy dressing completes the dish. You can enjoy it warm in soup or cool as a small side before dinner. What matters most is consistency, a handful every day, not a large portion once in a while. Spinach works on the body in subtle, cumulative ways. It supports circulation, stabilizes blood sugar, and improves oxygen flow to the brain. It's especially powerful when combined with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado, which help the body absorb lutein more efficiently. And unlike supplements or processed superfood powders, spinach carries no side effects, only calm, nourishing energy. Yet perhaps its most important gift is spiritual. In Japanese culture, the color green represents balance and renewal. When an elder lifts a bowl of spinach soup, they are not merely feeding their body, they are reminding themselves that life, like nature, continues to grow if cared for gently. It's a humble act of self-respect, repeated quietly each morning. So if you've reached an age where your mind sometimes feels slower or your focus wavers, remember this: clarity can be nourished, not forced. Let spinach become your morning ritual, your moment of stillness before the day begins. And just when you think you've discovered the secret to mental sharpness, you'll find that true vitality may also come from something far sweeter and far more colorful, growing deep in the soil. 3. Sweet potato, Satsumaimo, the comfort food of centenarians. In the hills of Okinawa, where the world's longest living people dwell, there is a quiet rhythm to life. Mornings begin not with coffee or toast, but with the steam of something golden and sweet, Satsumaimo, the Japanese sweet potato. For centuries, it has been more than food. It has been a symbol of endurance, gratitude, and gentle energy. Researchers have long been fascinated by how Okinawan elders, well into their 90s, remain active, clear-minded, and joyful. When Harvard scientists studied their diet, they found one ingredient appearing again and again, not fish, not rice, but sweet potatoes, making up nearly 70% of their daily calories. What makes this humble root so extraordinary? For older adults, it nourishes the very systems that time tends to weaken: the heart, the brain, and the gut. Its deep orange and purple hues are rich in anthocyanins and beta-carotene, compounds proven to fight inflammation and protect blood vessels from hardening. A long-term study from the University of Tokyo found that elders who ate sweet potatoes at least 5 times a week had 50% lower rates of heart disease and dementia than those who rarely did. Unlike refined carbohydrates that spike blood sugar, sweet potatoes release energy slowly, providing steady fuel for both body and mind. This makes them particularly valuable for seniors managing diabetes, fatigue, or mood changes that often accompany aging. But the true power of Satsumaimo lies not only in its nutrients, it's in how it's eaten. In Japan, elders often steam or roast them whole, savoring them slowly, letting their natural sweetness remind them of the earth that nourished them. They don't rush. They eat with intention, often alongside green tea or a small bowl of vegetables. You don't need to live in Okinawa to bring this practice home. In the US, choose firm, brightly colored sweet potatoes. The deeper the hue, the higher the antioxidant content. Roast them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes until the skin turns crisp and the flesh caramelizes naturally. Take a breath before your first bite. Let the warmth linger. Eating slowly allows your brain to register fullness, your body to digest efficiently, and your heart to rest in gratitude. Beyond the science, there's a quiet philosophy behind this simple food. The Okinawans call it nuchi gusui, food as medicine. To them, a meal is not a means to fill the body, but a way to sustain the spirit. Every bite of sweet potato carries the memory of sunlight, rain, and time, elements that remind them that aging, too, is part of nature's beautiful design. Eating Satsumaimo is a way of saying, I'm still connected. I still belong to this earth. So if you're over 60 and searching for balance, a steadier heart, a clearer mind, and the quiet joy of feeling well, look no further than this golden root. Roast it, share it, and taste its warmth like a story passed down through generations. Because just beyond its sweetness lies another treasure, a humble root so deep and grounding, it's known in Japan as the vegetable that keeps the blood young. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Burdock Root, Gobo, the forgotten superfood for circulation. If you walk through a traditional Japanese market in the early morning, you might notice long, thin roots laid neatly on bamboo mats, earthy, fragrant, and humble in appearance. This is gobo, or burdock root, a vegetable that has quietly sustained Japanese elders for generations. It isn't flashy, nor does it promise instant results. But beneath its rough brown skin lies a secret that modern science is now confirming. It keeps the blood young, the heart strong, and the body resilient well into old age. For those over 60, gobo is not just food, it's nature's quiet medicine, one that works slowly but deeply from the inside out. Burdock root has a unique ability to cleanse the bloodstream and improve circulation, something that becomes increasingly vital with age. As we grow older, blood vessels stiffen, and the flow that once nourished every cell begins to lose its rhythm. It's this slowing of circulation that often precedes fatigue, cold hands and feet, dizziness, and even cognitive decline. Gobo contains inulin, a prebiotic fiber that not only supports gut health, but also helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, reducing strain on the arteries. In a 2020 Tokyo Aging Project that followed 4,000 seniors for 10 years, those who consumed burdock root regularly had 60% lower risk of arterial stiffness and improved endothelial function, the very lining of the blood vessels responsible for elasticity and flow. The Japanese have long believed that gobo cleans the blood, but this isn't just a poetic saying. It acts as a natural diuretic, helping the body release excess sodium and toxins, easing the burden on the heart. It also provides polyphenols, the same protective compounds found in green tea and red wine, which fight oxidative damage and inflammation, the two silent enemies of aging. For older adults in America, this root offers a simple, natural way to maintain healthy circulation without harsh medication. You can find fresh burdock root in most Asian grocery stores. Scrub it gently, slice thin, and simmer it in soup or stew for 15 to 20 minutes until tender. Its flavor is earthy, slightly sweet, and grounding, perfect alongside carrots, onions, and lean chicken or tofu. But the deeper wisdom of gobo goes beyond its chemistry. It grows straight down into the soil, anchoring itself firmly even in rocky ground. That resilience mirrors what aging gracefully is truly about: staying rooted, strong, and adaptable despite life's changes. In Japanese philosophy, a person with good blood is one whose spirit flows freely, calm yet strong, steady yet alive. Eating gobo, then, becomes a symbolic act. It is a way of staying grounded while keeping the heart open, the body supple, and the mind clear. If you've noticed your energy waning, your circulation slowing, or your spirit feeling heavy, perhaps your body is quietly asking for grounding, not through caffeine or supplements, but through something living, something from the earth. Try a bowl of gobo soup once or twice a week. Let its warmth move through you slowly, as if waking every cell from slumber. And just when you think the secret to strength lies deep underground, Japan's elders will tell you otherwise, that sometimes real vitality begins where the land meets the sea. 5. Carrots and sea vegetables, the perfect harmony of land and sea. If you sit down for a traditional Japanese meal, you'll notice something remarkable. The colors on the plate seem to echo nature itself: orange carrots, green seaweed, white tofu, brown rice. Every color carries a purpose, every flavor a quiet lesson in balance. Among all the foods Japanese elders cherish, few are as symbolic or as powerful as the pairing of carrots and sea vegetables. It may seem like an unusual combination, but together they form one of the most restorative duos for the aging body and mind. After 60, balance becomes the foundation of health. The heart works harder, the bones lose density, and the thyroid, the small gland that regulates metabolism and energy, begins to slow. That's where this ancient pairing comes in. Carrots, with their rich orange pigment, are loaded with beta carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. This essential nutrient supports vision, strengthens immunity, and protects the lining of the lungs and arteries. Meanwhile, sea vegetables like wakame, nori, or kombu provide iodine, calcium, magnesium, and trace minerals that the ocean itself has refined over millennia. These minerals support thyroid function, bone strength, and healthy blood pressure. In one 2019 study from Hokkaido University, older adults who consumed sea vegetables at least 3 times a week had 50% lower rates of osteoporosis and thyroid disorders compared to those who rarely did. In Japan, this harmony of land and sea is not accidental. It's a deliberate philosophy, a belief that balance in food reflects balance in life. A typical preparation is simple: thinly sliced carrots simmered gently with wakame or hijiki in a light soy and sesame broth. It's not a dish meant to impress, it's meant to restore. The Japanese word for such foods is nourishing but light, gentle on the stomach, easy on the heart. For older adults in the US, a similar meal can be made effortlessly. Try adding a small strip of dried seaweed to your vegetable soup, or sprinkle roasted nori flakes over steamed carrots. The key is to eat these foods regularly but moderately. 2 or 3 small servings a week are enough to provide the minerals your body craves. And as you eat, breathe slowly, appreciate the warmth of the food, and allow yourself to feel gratitude for the land and ocean that sustain you. Beyond nutrition, this pairing teaches something deeper: that health isn't about perfection, but about connection. Land and sea, body and spirit, give and receive. They exist in constant dialogue. Japanese elders understand this intuitively. They eat not for excitement or indulgence, but to keep that dialogue alive. To them, food is a conversation with nature, one that reminds them that aging gracefully means staying in rhythm with the world around us. So if your energy feels uneven or your body longs for stability, remember this ancient harmony. Bring the sweetness of carrots and the quiet strength of the sea to your table. Eat slowly, breathe deeply, and let that balance return one bite at a time. Because when you learn to eat in balance, you begin to live in balance. And that, as the Japanese have shown, may be the truest secret of longevity itself. The deeper wisdom of longevity. Aging gracefully the Japanese way. When we look at Japan's extraordinary population of elders, men and women in their 70s, 80s, and beyond who still walk, laugh, and live independently, it's tempting to think there must be some hidden formula behind their longevity. But if you ask them, they'll tell you there is no secret at all. Their strength doesn't come from miracle pills, fitness fads, or expensive health regimens. It comes from consistency, simplicity, and respect for the body, for the land, and for the rhythm of life itself. These 5 vegetables, daikon, spinach, sweet potato, burdock, and the union of carrots with sea vegetables, are not just foods. They are quiet acts of self-care, repeated day after day, year after year. They nourish every part of the aging body that modern life tends to neglect: the gut that slows, the heart that tires, the joints that stiffen, the brain that forgets. But beyond their nutrients and studies, what makes them remarkable is the spirit with which they are eaten. Japanese elders approach meals not as a task, but as a moment of gratitude. They eat slowly, in silence, sometimes alone, sometimes surrounded by family, always aware that food is life, not fuel. There's something profoundly moving in this approach. In the West, aging is often seen as a battle, something to resist, delay, or disguise. But in Japan, aging is seen as a season to be honored, a stage where the body becomes a teacher, reminding us of what truly matters. Every bowl of miso soup, Every bite of steamed sweet potato, every sip of green tea becomes a way to say, I am still here. I am still part of the world. It is this gentle acceptance, this harmony between body and soul that keeps them strong long after youth has faded. For seniors in America, adopting these habits doesn't require moving to Japan or learning a new language. It simply means slowing down, choosing whole foods over processed ones, choosing gratitude over hurry, and seeing each meal as a chance to restore, not just refuel. You can start small: a bowl of spinach in the morning, a roasted sweet potato for lunch, a light carrot and seaweed soup before bed. Over time, these small, mindful acts create something far greater: resilience, clarity, and peace. The Japanese have shown the world that longevity is not about how long we live, but how well we live. It's not about defying time, but moving with it gracefully, intentionally, joyfully. Their wisdom reminds us that health is not built in moments of effort, but in moments of awareness. So perhaps the question isn't how to live longer, but how to live more deeply. Because once you begin to eat and live with that kind of presence, you may find that the years themselves start to taste different, softer, sweeter, and infinitely more alive. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with one. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.